Hello everyone. So today this is my third stream. So the previous two stream actually I thought about recording it first and then coming up live. The initial two videos were recorded videos. So this one is live stream. So actually I did not have access to live streaming. It takes some 1 day time I think to get an access. So right now I have an access. I can directly live stream from YouTube as well. But right now I'm using StreamYard for the time being. As you might have, I believe that you might have seen my previous two videos. If you have reached this particular video, then I believe that you might have seen my previous two videos as well. So this is my thought process is that the content that I watch. Um, so there are massy content that people buy like normal news channels, entertainment channels, gaming channels, and there are certain content that are a little high end. I mean the discussions are more at a sophisticated level, or for a specific target group. So my intention is to bring certain understanding of common topic that are also intellectually discussed by certain institutions, but it needs to be publicized in a way that we can also keep it as a part of our general life and decode and understand things in a way that a common person can understand it and can uh, interpret and implement it in their own life. So my camera is little above the screen, so my eye may not have a direct contact with yours, and so pardon me for not having eye contact all the time. So I'm trying to uh, have an eye contact with you during my screen all the time, but that may not happen because I need to look at my screen because I'll be sharing certain content. So yeah, so right now, as you can see that I have written the content and what I want to tell through this content. So so the topic is actually I referred the topic from again Harvard Business Review. I follow this particular platform very well because they produce a lot of interesting material which are thoughtful, which are supported by certain research and studies. So I try to follow this. Try to follow this particular platform and take out content, and my idea is to bring those content in front of you and discuss, because we need to like go through certain articles and documents to fetch information, and all this information are publicly available. So I am not so this is not a subscribed version that I am publishing, I am talking about. So it's a public document. Yeah, so the topic as I have chosen, so without wasting much time, we need to go straight to the topic for which we are live today. Um, so the topic is that is your marketing organization ready for what's next? So the funda is that now how do we see marketing? So marketing is everywhere. It's in one way, if you see, it's an organizational process of selling their goods. On the other hand, it's even consumer process of buying goods. So it's both sides. So if you try to understand how marketing function, so we all, including the companies who are selling products or services to us, or us as a consumers, we are also buying a company's product uh, consciously, or sometimes by taking reference of certain group of people, maybe friends reference, maybe our colleagues reference. So we all are part of this marketing terminology that we always hear or listen to, right? So the topic here is published in a way which is organization focused. So this is to address an internal mechanism of an organization and how it is coping up with certain new dynamics, and whether it is ready to address the new challenges that are coming due to new technologies that are available in the market. But I personally want to bring in the understanding from consumers' point of view as well. It should not be restricted to only the organization's point, but you also need to understand from market's point of view. Market means we, us, consumers who go and buy certain product, right? So now, what is the theme? The theme of the topic is that whether we as an ecosystem dealing with new technologies or new innovations which may not be directly designed for a particular purpose, but they are being used and they can be used for benefit of both sellers and buyers. Now, for an example, now, so can I, before that, can I just show you the document which I am sharing? I am referring here. So let's see the document. I am sharing a screen. Hope you can see the screen here. So this is the document. Yeah. So this is the document. So if you just refer this document and right. So just go through this document and you will understand what I am trying to say here. So there are multiple references, multiple things they're talking about. They're saying that marketing has never been so complex because a lot of social issues, especially after the pandemic, there are a lot of issues which have became, you know, reposition. एक minute. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. So due to several social issues, I mean, which have recently become part of the new dynamics, like the pandemic itself, and sorry, just give me 1 minute. I'm just switching on my light because now I think things are more visible because yeah, initially it was little dark. So anyway, yeah, so as you can see, they're talking about societal issues like COVID-19, Black Life Matters, climate crisis, etc., etc. They have made things little broader. Um, but what they try to mean is that issues which are globally influencing people's mind, and as the employees are part of the same group which are also being influenced by such issues, um, can behave differently. Now we as organization, people who are running organization or businesses, have to not only sense have to be sensible. Not only that, we need to be more uh, planned in terms of building up the ecosystem. So they are trying to say is that societal interventions or technological interventions or climatic interventions are broader issues that affect our businesses, both from buyers and sellers point of view, but there is no cohesive effect or cohesive plan being taken so that the whole ecosystem deal with these issues uniformly in more structural way. So that's the overall theme, right? So hope you are getting on what I am trying to say. So I'll also bring in Hindi and maybe Bengali in my talks and to some extent, because this is live stream, and personally every character, like I am a speaker here, so my character also should come out as I am, and whatever language I use in my personal live show, it should not be restricted to English only. So sometimes I will mix it, and so anyway, so this is very important. If you can see this line, just 20% of those, yeah. So the survey has been conducted with 493 companies, found that 20% of those in traditional corporations are satisfied with the effectiveness of the department. So this is very internal. The topic, the writing of this particular article is very internal. This is not a holistic article to address consumers, organization, not like that. This is very internal specific kind of material here. So yes. So now. Yeah. So they are saying that we conducted interviews. Now this is all Western. So HBR mostly produces things which are, the researches happen mostly in Western countries, US or Europe maybe. So, but okay, this is important, right? So even in India, I think the biggest companies are anyway foreign companies. So we do not have many Indian companies which are big, like the giant like the US or European companies. So how they are able organization to compete in this environment? Most of them are pharmaceutically invested in a marketing activity technology to give a new. So what they are saying is they're querying about that how new organizations are coping up, especially in the marketing team, coping up with this new dynamics. They're saying that marketing active, they're doing a lot of marketing activities, doing some investment in technologies and things like that, but this is very important, lack of a structural methodology. So what they're saying is that so initiatives are being taken, so there is no issue with the sensitivity with which they're implementing or accommodating with the changes or new dynamics, but they're saying that so there is no structural approach. So structural means there has to be an uniformity. So it's very diverse and individualistic. Individualistic doesn't mean that one person centric, but individualistic means that maybe a small focus group is implementing certain plan in certain way, but may not be the other departments or other functional functions or other groups. So it's not uniform, it's not well planned. So there is an issue with dealing with changes, accommodating changes. So that's the biggest problem right now, right? Okay. So now they're getting into detail, like the COVID-19 pandemic has raised expectation of market social performance. I'm coming into it, and I just want you to see the highlights of the article to just catch on the subject that they are talking about. No need to like go through in detail, and no need for a one-to-one analysis. Just take the overall idea of the article and how they are presenting the article, right? So creating customer value, exchange value, and then customer type. ठीक है. Okay, this is very important chart which I would like you to look into it. So I don't know whether you can see it properly or not. So I will try to maximize this thing, and so let's broaden the thing a bit. Okay, so okay, let's see the chart. Hope you can see the chart. Yeah, it is visible, right? So this chart is saying that this blue line represent future performance needed on capabilities. So this is certain group or parameters or matrices against which they're saying that where the expectation lies and where the current performance lies, and these are all market capabilities, small parameters, independent parameters are listed here. These are clustered with these parameters are clustered in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 small groups, and then these three groups are clustered in three broader groups: experience and exchange, right? So now if you see, now where the problem is that first from the chart we need to understand that um, which of these parameters are important. So higher the chart, the higher the position of these parameters in the chart says that it is more important, and bigger the gap means that there is a lag in expectations versus reality, so yeah, so this is the blue chart, and if you see the top of the list lies in here. So augment value is saying product sustainability and innovation, and then this is saying product or service augmentation. So this is talking about augment value, increase convenience and enjoyment across the customer journey and retention. Yeah, so this is basically part of the experience group. Under experience group, they are talking about augment value. So product sustainability, innovation, and product or service augmentation. And bigger than that, slightly bigger than that, is also under experience is enhanced offering design. So under which the top two are like product performance and branded experience management. So basically, the expectations across parameters, if you dissect across performance matrices, then the point that are related to products are products and experience associated with the product, those are more important, and the gaps are less. So what they're trying to say is um, that uh, the organizations kind of well coped up with the market expectation when it is about product and the experience around the product. So somehow the technological innovations or whatever has happened, they are able to implement it and properly. And the gaps are, if you look at gaps between blue and black line is least is in this point. So that means it has fared well. But look at the gaps here. Look at the gaps here. Look at the gaps in this particular region. This is talking about improved prediction. So need spotting, customer location, and trajectory tracking. This is talking about engagement. Engagement is talking about storytelling, story making, content management. So getting it. So think from the perception point of view. So product is more micro. So I need to go to my second screen. I don't want to show this material now. I'm going to my second screen. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, so I have my second screen. So I just would like to explain few things here. Would like to explain few things here. So just a minute. Let me take my pen out and I have to write it down. So yeah. So hope you can see my screen here. So yeah, I think it is visible here. So we are talking about marketing, marketing organization. So why this is first of all why this is termed as marketing organization? Because first of all, marketing teams in most of the, especially in the product companies, are the biggest ones. You know, the sales and extended teams across sales are the biggest teams. The marketing is a broader term which also includes sales. So and also the chart we just show tells about almost everything. It is talking about product, but at the same time it is also talking about engagement. So engagement is not a sales activity, it's more of a marketing activity. Yeah. So so what they are talking about, if you look at the important aspect of that particular chart, so they are trying to say that so one thing is, so there are two things. So if I even in, so we have two type of organization. One is the product companies, two type of companies basically. So one is the product companies and the second is the service companies, right? Service. Now take service also as a product here, because we are not getting into so nitty gritty, so detailed analysis of the case. So take service as a product. So so any product companies basically, there are two broader things which happen. So one work of sales or marketing team is around the product. So if I take it as a product, so one thing is around the product, and second thing which is affecting the product is all related engagement. So engagement with target customers, engagement and communication activities. So if you see the broader activity that any marketing team does, is first is around the product. So around the product can be anything. You know, selling the product, innovating the product. Innovating means changing or rebranding. So anything can happen. So product is matlab anything related to product. Now engagement and communication means anything other than the product. So whenever the product is not the function, right? So engagement can be that how the company communicates with the customers, right? So it can be through our the out of home advertisement material, so which we call like, it can be anything, banners, placards, whatever. I mean everything. I'm just taking examples here. It also includes like TV ads, radio ads, and whatever, all the other mediums. So engagement, communication, and anything, any activity which is not directly involving the product or the service and clubbing together. So so anything other than that. So what the graph is saying, so I'd like to show you the graph here. um, just a minute. Again, just a minute. This is yeah. So if you look at the graph here, so this part, augment value and enhanced offering design, is well served. There is no problem. But if you look at anything related to a little advanced side of engagement, so there the problem. Design stories means how well crafted your communication is with the customers. आप कितने sophisticated तरीके से आप कस्टमर से डील करते हो. Sophistication can also mean that आप कितने एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करते हो, आप पॉपुलर मीडियम पे हो कि नहीं हो, आपके कम्युनिकेशन स्टाइल क्या है, आपके ब्रांडिंग स्टाइल क्या है. वो प्रोडक्ट से लेना देना नहीं है. प्रोडक्ट इज डेफिनेटली कोर ऑफ एवरीथिंग, बट द एक्टिविटी इज बेसिकली एंगेजिंग, कि मैं अपने कस्टमर को कैसे इंटरेक्ट कस्टमर के साथ कैसे इंटरेक्शन करता हूँ एज अ कंपनी, एज अ ब्रांड. तो ये उसके बारे में बात है, और वहां पे ज्यादा गैप वहां पे दिखाई देती हैं. और इंक्रीज पर्सनलाइजेशन और प्रेडिक्शन. तो इंक्रीज पर्सनलाइजेशन में सारी चीजें वो आती हैं, जैसे कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट, कंटेंट पर्सनलाइजेशन, सो एनीथिंग व्हिच इज a little advanced side of engagement, so this is about um, so result from matching offering to individual customer need context. So this is here, this they are talking about how well you know your customer, independent customers, at personal level, that you know that what my customers want, and how you are using the feedback from the customers and implementing them directly into your product and service. So there the lags are bigger. Here obviously the bigger. Here bigger means this is the advanced side of it. That the story you want to convey. So why this is important? So again, I will go back to my previous screen here, which I was showing just before. Yeah. So let us remove this. Yeah. What's this little bigger? Okay. So we got the first idea, like so they basically talking about that how societal issues. So for world, like environment is a big talking point, you know global warming, pollution, those things which are environmental issues. There are global pandemic which is health issues, like COVID-19. Currently the whole world is going through it. Some reason based social issues, which is Black Lives Matters, or and if we talk about India, the dynamics is much more. So here Black Lives Matters may not be the issue here, because we are not we had very less uh, I mean, the color of skin is not that a big factor here, but we have several other mini India specific, some Southeast Asia specific issues, um, that can be cultural issues, festival oriented, some are like rights oriented, some are legal matters. So there can be a lot of parallel things which are India specific, I'm saying. So they're saying, and how you will incorporate these things into your business. So product has nothing to do with it. So if you're selling soap, you can't do so much. You can't think of a Black Lives Matter and prepare a soap. You can't do that. You have to do it in your communication, in your engagement. So if so, suppose um so suppose so if I talk about, so if there is a black guy here, if there is a black guy here, and if you are selling, suppose soap to him, and there is a white guy here, and if you are selling soap to him, so the point is that whether you are engaging the different groups and their different dynamics sensibly or not, whether you are communicating what the two different group is waiting to hear from you, whether you are sensible to them or not, right? So because when you are selling soap, definitely you are selling to change or clean your skin and look good and all this, which is which can be will not well accepted if you are talking to a black person, because the permanent color of the skin is black. So this will be a really controversial matter if you do not engage this particular group properly. You're selling the soap, but at the same time you may not be addressing the concern of this group, or you're framing the message in such a way that you can market the product to them also in more sensible way as a responsible organization. So this is the point. Now now what are the way out? So way out is an article which is saying that we right now have a different dynamic. So we have, so for engagement we have lot of medium like Facebook. So basically social media where you interact with masses. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and all that. So here you interact with the masses. Then there is this. So besides social media groups, so there are other like personalized messages which the companies do. So if they have contact number of customers, so they say SMSs and WhatsApp messages. So a lot of services today, you see that they engage you. So I can give you my personal example. So मैं यहाँ पे स्किन क्राफ्ट करके एक कंपनी है. So I'm just talking the name. So first of all, my videos are not sponsored. I've just started my channel, so I may take certain name, but I will use their name for benefit of them, benefit for everyone. So I have taken their service. So whenever I use their service, so so there is a plan that they give you certain skin product, and they say that there is a plan. So every 14-15 days around, you report us back that whether you give us a feedback that whether a product is working or not. So they are selling product, but they're enabling us with better experience, personalized product. So the skin craft products are extremely personalized. So they will first give you a questionnaire to fill in, where they will ask about whether your skin is dry or oily, and all of the things. How much patches are black patches are there, dark spots are there, where are the spots, everything. So they ask about everything, and then they give you certain difference to certain product that will buy them, use them. Then again they will poke you to give them feedback, so that they can refer you for modified versions. So anyway, they are selling product, but they're enhancing the experience, they're personalizing it, right? Now, and this is becoming the future, because today we go to a shop and we buy, हम कुछ भी खरीद लेते हैं जो बाहर मिलती हैं, लेकिन हमें वो टीवी एडवर्टाइजमेंट को छोड़ के बहुत ज्यादा कुछ इंसाइड नहीं होता. लेकिन there are a lot of companies which are innovating the products. So this is, so skin trap, suppose they also sell face mask and several things. Ointments भी देते हैं ये लोग. सो प्रॉपर डॉक्टर रिकमेंडेड जो भी इनके प्रोडक्ट्स है वो रिकमेंडेड होती हैं. तो ऐसे चीजें भी वो सेल कर रहे हैं जो आपको ओवर द काउंटर ओटीसी में मिल जाती हैं. बट ये मॉडिफाइड वर्जन देते हैं. कुछ इंग्रेडिएंट होगा इनके डिफरेंट है, जैसे आपने एक्सप्रेस किया है. कुछ एल्गोरिदम है जिसे वो डिसाइड करते हैं कि ये प्रोडक्ट आपको देना चाहिए. तो ये बहुत, आई मीन, ओवरली एक्सरसाइज्ड एक प्रॉपर वर्जन है. So the topic is actually bringing light that there is a gap, but we need to fill it up. Now storyline. So storyline, जैसे यहाँ पे आपने देखा कि आर्टिकल में एक स्टोरी लाइन के बारे में बात किया है कि हमने गैप है कि द एक्सपेक्टेशन people have from the storyline that we present, but maybe the companies are not meeting that gap. I mean, people are thinking about getting a message that can convince. So your messaging should convince your customers in a personalized way, in a more personalized way. So convince customers in a more personalized way so that they can buy the story and they can tell. They can like now I'm talking about skin craft, the brand which I have used. So like that they want a story. Now if you just suppose a customer just going to a shop and randomly buying things, they don't have a story to tell. So even if you have a mass product which you are selling, but you need to, even if you're doing and a double OH kind of advertisements or TV advertisements, you need to know that you need to target different market groups differently, and also including your in that particular messaging across your channel. You need to brought in the broader subject, so that you can only do in your messaging, not in the product. So a soap, nothing to do with Black Lives Matters. Um, Hand sanitizer, nothing to do with anything Black Lives Matters. But you need to build up a mechanism which always take care of this broader social issues, and at the same time the personalized matters. So it cannot happen like your product is only meant for one group and not for the other. So obviously it matters to everyone. So that is more important. And what they're saying is, suppose you have several departments, right? You have a product department, you have you have service department. So service means which are servicing related to product or giving additional kind of services around that product, right? So like car, if you buy a car, so one thing is directly related to car, like fixing the car, or so if your car is damaged, there are certain services which are designed to help such cases, fixing the car. But there are multiple other services. There are experiences that you provide to your customers. You can give them free ticket to some, I mean, bonanza kind of a thing, that you certain travel tickets to your lucky buyers and stuff like that, which are engaging, depending on who likes what, how much value they're giving to your brand. Depending on that, you can plan your services. But at the same time, so for a car company, the most of which are the thing which are close to each other. So suppose a pandemic situation. Now, how the car as a product can fit into the current dynamics of pandemic, and how it can benefit. So that way you can plan it out. And also, suppose government has instructed to use mask even within car. So when you are advertising, you show people who are sitting within a car with mask, right? So it will be very sensible that you are promoting certain practices through your branding, and you are sensible. You are not blindly doing whatever. So a pandemic situation, you're saying everybody is doing things normal. That may not be the case. So you're showing, suppose everywhere there is a lockdown, and you launch an ad where the car is showing that people are traveling to foreign countries. So this is totally insensitive kind of a thing. So to address the question, address the issue here. So that way, so basically they're saying to broaden their message, and that message has to have an uniformity, that every department, in every way they are interacting with the customers or the internal team, has a sense and has a strategic way to talk about it and figure it out, right? So yeah. Value for the company. Okay, so now again I'm coming back to this um topic again, because here another interesting thing they're talking about is the so so on top of it, it was they're talking about value for the customers, and here they're talking about value for the company, as I said. So it has to be both sided. So here, if you see, the build capability objective is build platforms. बिल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म के अंदर क्या आता है, प्लेटफॉर्म मैनेजमेंट, सिनर्जी मैनेजमेंट, पोर्टफोलियो स्ट्रेटेजी, रिस्क मैनेजमेंट. सो बिल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म. सो मार्केटिंग में इंटरनली क्या होता है, आपको इंटरेक्शंस के लिए प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना पड़ता है. तो दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट. Results from identifying growth opportunity that can be connected to current offerings. So this is more strategic. So if you see, the gaps are most strategic. So the bigger gaps are in strategy, and somehow I think in this particular region here, enhanced organization links. Other than that, the bigger gap like lie in this particular domain. So strategic. So results from identifying opportunities that can be connected to current offering, help develop new offering and business model. So this is internal. Knowledge level, but overall, if you look at the customer level, the gaps are still narrowed down in certain aspects where the product is the concern, design is the concern. There is no issue. But strategic level problems, as a strategy where the strategy is needed. So when you make a product, so anyway you have designed the product, innovation happened and everything has happened. The strategy required to market the product, and for that the planning which are required is kind of lagging across. If you see across, except this one is a bigger gap, but the gap is there across. So they are saying internal expectations versus implementation is really big, and this is because there is no synchronized effort being made. So the problem is pursuing in all aspects, right? So this is about enhance. So this is about knowledge that results from leveraging data and analytics to generate customer and market insights, help in optimize market decisions. So here also you have gaps, that you have certain expectation that you'll be more uh, supported by the current boom in the softwares, data based softwares, where you can easily implement the softwares and build a better insight for your company. They're also lagging. um, Identifying growth opportunities. So this is strategic, that from where the growth can, so growth can come from a particular market geography. So for India, some product may get sold in South India, and some product may get sold in North India more. So understanding the dynamics across, geographies, across different, there can be a language specific thing, it can be anything. There can be geographies, even not only the south versus north, even within north, the cultures are different. So if you're selling food, you need to be very thoughtful about that, where I need to go with the product. So that has to be, and so that there has to be a better plan strategy for it. Help develop new offering business capability. So if you do discover growth, build platform, leverage assets, improve talent management. So except I think in this particular juncture, execution methods, this is not the problem. Problem is in every other aspect of the internal mechanism. So they are not meeting the expectations. So that's the problem. And now the whole document went long and long. So, but the ultimate, so this is a really big document, so I'm not going into detailed discussion about it, but ultimate motto of this to understand that, that how in so ultimate motto of this topic is to understand that how in current dynamics, we can work, and how we can like adapt to the changes, how we can incorporate certain uh, messages that are global causes, or that are directly related to a product, and at the same time using those causes. How, so suppose in pandemic, so as I said, the car companies can really utilize this particular phenomena and implement, or kind of embed into their marketing plan, and they can bring in new innovations in their product portfolio itself, that that helps in dealing with the health causes and health issues, so all those things. So basically this was it. So hope you liked my discussion. Even tomorrow I'm also coming with another topic. So hope to see you soon. And if you want to increase um, the content quality and stuff like that, so I'm also literally learning and kind of doing it for the first time, so I may have certain gaps, but definitely उसमें सुधार आ जाएगी. और content, I'm trying to bring more relevant content, and there are many things I'm trying to be not biased, because certain content a little biased towards one group or other, so it has to be neutral so that everyone can buy it. So thanks everyone for being a part of it. And so already it's 50 minutes, so I don't think, I don't think I should speak more than that. So, and thank you, thanks, and I'm ending the stream here. So thanks everyone, and likes and subscribe please. And this is important because I really want to grow with my channel, so please like and subscribe. Thank you.